start.
Well, let me tell you this.
What up, Posse?
What up, brother?
What you gonna do, brothers? This is Brandon.
Mark.
And Ryan.
Chad. And I was going to tell you guys real quick, I just remember my client told me last week that where she worked, who's the big dude that's from Minnesota that used to
Eric
be...
Rowan?
Nope, used to be an MMA fighter, and I think he went back to...
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar, what up?
Went into her work the other day.
Does she work at the academy?
No.
Okay, that's where he trained originally for his MMA stuff.
Is that over Northeast?
There's in like Brooklyn Park.
Oh, whatever.
No, so he was there training.
But this is about the only time that I'm going to be able to feel involved in this because you guys are big wrestling fanatics, and welcome, by the way.
Well, thank you.
And so Mark and I had just kind of decided that we're going to let you go. I like that.
You like how I put the Toy Posse on the Toy Posse title?
You guys like my shirt?
That's funny.
What does it say?
After the burial.
You guys like metal?
Yeah.
After the burial.
Never heard of them, but
My
sure.
boys.
Okay.
What? Look,
Okay. They had
just got a
metal
new
music
video.
back when you were a kid?
yeah, it's called Iron
I thought
Maiden.
you guys were too busy with the Reconstruction after the Civil War.
Well, there's
you know?
that.
I just
Wow.
was voted one of
I miss Andy really bad.
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
All right, I'm going to let you, Brandon, you go, buddy. Take it over, bud.
All right. Well, right here, this is Ryan. He's a friend of Mark's, but he's also a huge wrestling fan, as I am.
time.
So I'm going to run through some figures I got because we're in preparation this Sunday's WrestleMania. I got my bootleg WrestleMania T-shirt on that's supposed to look like a bootleg of...
Can I help? Can I help assist stuff?
Yeah.
Can I
And
help
a bootleg of WrestleMania 14 with Austin versus Shawn Michaels with Mike Tyson as the special guest referee. Anyway, so the first figure is... Oh, what were you going to say, Ryan?
No, I totally forgot about that.
The Hulk Hogan figure is a Storm Collectibles one. But it was $24 on RingsideCollectibles.com. Ringside, it's such a deal with how detailed it is. Like if you turn it around, you can see like the different poses you can put them in and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Bunch
they got
of
that hairline down. I
sunglasses
just
and-
commented on that.
Yeah.
Hands, throwing different hands out.
That is cool.
You know, got the I'm bald and old look.
The skullet.
Yeah, these are nice. I haven't picked up any. Well, I do have a few Street Fighter stories.
Do you have this one?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Do you?
$5 and it's yours, dude.
It's a deal. It's a deal.
Since he was talking so much trash to Hulk Hogan. Why? You don't like Hulk Hogan?
No, I like Hulk Hogan.
Then why'd you
For
do
the
that?
most part. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I mean, he has a
Hulk
skullet. It's very, you
Well
know.
known.
Isn't he?
Well, no.
Isn't he back
What
wrestling
about,
again?
as long as
No,
we're
he's just
talking
back with
about
the
the
WWE.
skullet, what about this guy? He's got
Yo,
one
Shawn
too.
Michaels shaved his head finally.
He
But
finally-
he has the NWO title I bought to go with the Hogan because you have to have the spray painted WCW championship. And I got it from a friend's little brother, the WWE Network special Shawn Michaels. This gear is from the second match that he and Razor Ramon had, the second ladder match, so it was a rematch for the IC titles. I just remember that match because he super kicked Razor Ramon from one ladder to the other. Like he was on one, Razor was on the other. He super kicked him. So he threw in an ECW title because that ladder was broken.
Yeah,
Well,
the memorable matches. That's a good
And like
one.
ladder matches have been like some of the best matches
Oh,
ever.
for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
We went to TLC last
Yeah,
year,
Mark and I brought my boys, and it was
Nice.
it was an entertaining.
and they're going to
TLC
be
is
back
always
here
fun.
for TLC again.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't even
Yeah,
realize
they're
that.
going to be here for TLC again this year.
Interesting.
I wish they would have had a different one, but
Yeah, TLC.
Why won't they get WrestleMania? Like we have a new stadium. They kept teasing it for like 3 years.
They tried. They really tried. And Stephanie McMahon and all of the executives, Triple H, they were all here and they were touring the stadium when it was under construction. But what ended up happening, as far as I understood from some people that I've known, talked to that work at the stadium,
Yeah.
we got not Triple H. We got the bid for the Final Four. It came through.
Oh,
and they were
okay.
like, well, we can't have WrestleMania
Oh, okay,
weeks
that makes
after.
sense. No, but I mean, they already announced next year's after Jersey,
Yeah.
so that's why I didn't know why wouldn't they just do that.
Because you missed 2 years basically in the bid process because they have to plan ahead.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We're in the bid process for this year,
Okay.
but
Yeah, so you have to wait for two. Okay.
yeah, so they
Hopefully one day Minnesota will get WrestleMania. But
so what are we talking, like 2022?
2021 maybe?
21, 22, I would imagine they'd come here.
How do you know this stuff? You are a diehard, aren't you?
Sometimes I pay attention.
You're wearing a Minneapolis 316, for God's sake.
Hey, I got that at the TLC pay-per-view event.
There you go. Yeah, it started with the Austin
awesome.
316, did the Dallas 316 for the
I was like, I
WrestleMania
gotta
30,
take
I
that.
think, or
That's
33.
cool.
WrestleMania 33. So then the next figure I have is the Attitude Era Great Triple H. So this was reminiscent of when he restarted DX after Shawn Michaels couldn't wrestle anymore. And so it's pretty cool. I just gotta hope they make one with X-Pac, so then I can have all DX, and I just have to find a China figure.
Yeah.
So.
God.
Oh, and Rick Rude. I need a Rick Rude in a suit. So
You better
customize with Rick Rude in a suit, so I can have him. He started out with DX when they.
It's a pretty solid.
Well, you got a Mr. Ass figure?
Yeah, I got the New Age Outlaws with DX shirts because I got the Hall of Champions figures.
Oh,
so they come with the
okay,
tag
yep.
titles and DX shirts.
Was it just call him Billy Gunn? I didn't even look. I bet they didn't put Mr. Ass on the
I get
package.
I gotta look. No, it says Badass Billy Gunn.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
A
I'm
double
impressed.
squiggle.
Uh-huh.
And
I love how they even
Their
give you a
entrances.
ladder.
So now you want to talk about this Flair pop, I guess?
yeah, I got this. I found this at GameStop, but they're releasing him in the red robe, circa like early '90s Ric Flair. Like his hair is like it was in like the '80s and the '70s, but if you turn it around, the picture they use is of him like when he first came to WWE in '92, I think.
Huh.
That's kind of cool.
So, but they have the cool, like, I brought the John Cena one. They have Charlotte Flair, they have Batista, and Randy Orton.
Is that a nod or a hint of something yet to come, or
For what?
another pop? Or they actually?
No, they have a couple Ric Flairs, but
What
no,
if
you mean
they
the
did
back?
a...
They all came out at one time.
Oh,
So
They should do a 4 Horsemen 4-pack.
that would be pretty sweet. But I feel like people will be like, here's Tully Blanchard and J.J. Dillon.
Well, no, you'd have
Yeah.
Arn and Ole Anderson. Arn and Ole Anderson.
Yeah. But you gotta have all of the Four Horsemen. There weren't
Okay,
four
That's a
people in the
lot.
Four Horsemen.
No, I
No,
know.
there's like
Yeah.
20.
Dude, Ole Anderson, always hear he was like such a D-bag.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I
Like just
think
with
a bunch
booking
of
and
those
stuff.
guys from
And
this
like Jake the
generation
Snake's dad was a huge like douche.
I
If you watch Resurrection of Jake the Snake,
have not watched that.
it's
I
good.
have. It's really good.
Yeah. So I got this. So I guess early '90s, but I got it on Instagram. Another Instagram buy, hype porn. Wow.
Belt bag.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have an
fanny
intervention
pack.
with you, dude.
Look at that.
Instagram
Hulk Hogan.
buys.
He
Hulk
does.
Hogan,
He
Ultimate
buys from
Warrior.
Instagram stuff. I've never.
Yo, dealers wrestling for sale. That guy has all like the old retro, like from like the '70s on, like for T-shirts. Like he has
That's
the
hilarious.
Fantastics T-shirt, like
Oh,
for sale.
hell no. That's funny. A fan.
Like the Fantastic Sharp Dressed Men. It's like, come on, man.
I want that. I really do. I wish I could rock that.
Pretty cool.
That belt bag is funny though.
Where'd you get
Yeah.
that?
Instagram. It's his.
No, I mean, like, is that legitimately real, or is
Yes,
somebody
it's a
just
legitimate. No,
replicating
it's a
these?
legitimately real.
1991.
So you're not bootleg, because you do buy bootlegs.
I'll buy bootleg stuff, but that's custom stuff. It's not. It's like it's supposed to look like a bootleg of something, but it's like it's original art piece.
Yeah.
Get with the program. Come on.
I'm sorry.
So, this event's on Sunday. The swap's on Sunday.
Yeah, and
So
then
then,
WrestleMania.
It's a big Sunday.
Yeah.
So, like, we'll be swapping toys
Someone might be
all
put through a table,
morning,
finally.
Yeah, and then 7 o'clock WrestleMania. Is it 6 o'clock? 7
Well,
o'clock?
No, it starts at 4,
Yeah,
dude. This
it's-
one they have
there's a-
like a huge amount of matches.
So, like, Andre the Giant Battle Royal is the first thing?
Yes. That is. Well, I shouldn't say yes. They didn't first say. I would imagine that the cruiserweight title might kick that off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
and
that
then
needs to
move
be
into-
that needs to kick off the main event, not the kickoff show. It needs to kick off the main.
But I mean, both of the battle royals are.
So
in the
there's a
kickoff
men
show.
and women's, I see.
So do you get a
on there.
women's title? I don't remember. Do you get a women's title shot if you win the battle royal? Because the Andre the Giant, you get nothing. You basically get
That
buried.
trophy.
You get that big trophy.
You get that big trophy. You get one push on the Raw after, then they like, oh, goodbye.
Yeah. Well, unless you're Braun Strowman and you're just kind of, in the whole deal. But he's really just
Yeah.
out there to beat up what's those guys' names from Saturday Night Live that they.
Oh yeah, the
can't
weekend
remember.
update guys,
Yeah.
Michael Che and
Michael Che,
Colin
yeah.
Jost. or
That's
whatever.
hilarious
They're
that
about
those
to get
guys are
beat
going to
up
be in
by
that.
Braun Strowman.
They're thinking like the Undertaker comes in is gonna be like the 30th dude to come in.
Nah, I
That's
don't
what Chris Jericho was saying.
That
So I was
would
like,
be dumb.
Yeah, we don't need him back in this situation.
The Undertaker should just stay retired.
Well, he's not under contract anymore, so he's just doing stuff like taking bookings now. So this is the time to get the Undertaker's signature. He rarely did appearances.
He's doing a lot of interviews these days, and
he's ready to ride off into the sunset, so he's not having to keep kayfabe up.
Okay.
He doesn't have to be Vince's
he stepped
golden
away
boy anymore.
from the
for many years.
But they gave him a sweet deal, though. I mean, come on. Eventually, you come back for maybe SummerSlam and then WrestleMania. Like that's what you do.
He's the only other highest paid wrestler that they have been on the roster ever.
Yeah, I mean by the time now, besides Cena and Austin,
doing nothing, and just showing up
two times a
year.
Lesnar's probably the only person that gets paid that much.
Yeah,
Cena was probably getting paid that much, but now he's not as active.
Yeah, he's growing out his hair and, going to be an actor.
He's done some really good acting, though.
Yes, I know, that's the whole thing. You moved in the movies. The Rock did the same thing.
Yeah, and it's funny that he was, going after The Rock. That was his basis of his argument for the fight, the once-in-a-lifetime fight.
That's funny, and now he's more Hollywood.
Well, now what's going to happen with Batista coming back and
Drax versus Triple H?
But they took that off the shelf now. I mean, they're going to do a Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Is he?
Yeah, no, he is. He literally
he's going to be able to do both.
He literally
James Gunn got rehired.
Yeah, it's one match, but if you see when he beat up Ric Flair, he had the paint.
Oh, did he really?
All the
I didn't
pieces
see
under
that.
it because they start as soon as they hired. I feel like as soon as they rehired James Gunn, they were like, let's get going because they had already finished by the time Ric Flair's birthday party was. They had already done filming Endgame. They already had a release date and everything.
Endgame had been in the can for
months. So it had to be 3. That's the only other, unless they're making cameos in the next in Captain Marvel or the next Doctor Strange, whatever one there.
Is this 2-sided?
It's a huge card.
There's a pretty big roster of this WrestleMania here.
Gum
I want to see how long
in the studio.
Wow! Right?
Did I do that nonchalantly or what?
Awesome.
That's amazing.
So speaking of WrestleMania,
why would you drink that beer and have gum? That's like
fine.
brushing your teeth and drinking orange juice.
Some men just like to watch the world.
You just
burn,
like minty beer? I'm sorry, you guys go ahead.
I like a lot of minty things, but there will be titles that will hopefully change hands. And the first one is the WWE Heavyweight Championship, which I have right there, which is Ryan has a lot better quality ones. But this one, I don't have the hemp. I don't have the hemp one though. I don't have the new hemp. That's gonna look awesome.
I'm wondering
is the new one for sale?
I haven't seen it pop up yet. I'd look.
No, it took the dude forever just to make the original belt, so it's probably gonna take him longer to mass produce.
Yep.
But they're making it into a little. They have a little figure now. They're gonna have a Chase all hemp Daniel Bryan. That's gonna have the title. Yeah.
Neat.
This is a legitimate leather belt. Is this leather?
No, it's Toys R Us version, so it's pleather. And stuff like that.
I don't think any of them are actual full-on leather.
Yeah.
But
still cool.
But yeah, it's cool. It's like they had it at Toys R Us for a long time in Target, and it was going on sale because Toys R Us was going out of business. So $50, couldn't pass it up.
No, that was a nice score.
Yeah,
I should have got one.
I ended up getting one.
We should all get one and walk around like this downtown.
I want to put my
that won't get his
stickers on it if I do.
Brandon's like, I'm in. Yeah. I'm totally in.
Go to Wildcat Belts. Go to Wildcat Belts and see if they can make you a Toy Posse one.
Oh, they can.
They make they made the internet championship. So
they do all kinds of wild stuff.
Yeah, Wildcat.
$400 probably.
What did this cost?
Maybe if you cut some cost, you could probably get under 200 or 150.
What did this cost?
$50.
Just $50. What was it retail?
100.
Okay.
100. So yeah. But all right. So speaking, Ryan has better quality belts, but we're talking about getting a Toy Posse belt made.
Yes.
But
that would be
anyway,
hilarious.
let's see the first belt you have up, which I'm going to covet from you because this is my favorite belt design ever.
Ryan's got some really nice belts that he's been saving for a long time.
Look at that. Everybody who's a wrestling fan should remember that belt.
And you should know that you can see it.
Do you have the F1?
WWF.
You have the F1. That's even rarer. God.
Yeah. I think I got this in 1999, maybe the year 2000, right?
Like right when you went out with the neck injury?
Yeah, my wife, who I am married to now, bought it for me back then.
Your future wife? Or was she your wife then?
She was my future wife.
It's like an engagement ring.
Yeah, it was my engagement ring, I think.
Nice.
I mean, it's got a few scratches.
That one's been.
Well, nice. She had to hit him with it a couple times when they got in fights.
There's been just fun times with that belt throughout time.
Nice.
But yes, that's...
Look at that.
I've seen your kids running around with this, so
Oh,
that's
we all
priceless.
ran around with
you know.
I think everybody I've known is... My grandmother has worn this belt.
This is awesome.
I've got a picture of it somewhere at home with her on, with her having it on.
Oh man, this is good. This has some heft to it.
Yeah, it's
like
heavy.
it.
The real
Feel
belt,
this.
the real belt's got a little weight to it.
Yeah, the real belts, like I think the heavy ones, like the WCW one and the John Cena spinner one is like heavy as hell. Look at
Well,
this.
and that was...
That looks good on you.
Oh man, I just loved it. He would just like how does he just would he had huge he has ham hocks and he could just like hold it up like that.
Yeah,
And just be like,
all those guys.
that's
the way
harder than it looks.
Well, and here's what's even more funny. You think that one...
Yeah,
We've got...
there you have the. That's
This
what
is
you got.
actually...
This is like a plethora of like titles and
This is
belts.
probably
Yeah,
my favorite.
That's
This is
the
my-
best design of the IC title.
Love this championship.
Yeah, I like when Cody Rhodes brought it back.
Yeah. The white belt, I've just
Can I see that real quick?
fallen for it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that
Well,
one's
it's so
nice.
reminiscent. But the yellow one too, like remember where they used to do the different straps?
Yeah.
Those
Yes.
are pretty sweet.
Like a yellow, black, and the white, and I just have enjoyed the white one.
Yeah. The other underrated one is the black one that
thing's
they
so
had
pretty.
for WrestleMania 10. The other one that he wouldn't give back. That
Yes.
Sean wouldn't give back.
Why are you sitting down over there, Mark?
But the design, the whole plate is
Give me a
pretty
chair.
cool.
I've seen all these.
You know, it doesn't look like the weird one was in the Attitude Era. That was like what kind of belt was that? Like that was just annoying. The IC
so
title
cool.
belt one. Like,
Well, yeah, that's before, because then they had the European Championship, and they had,
dude, the Eurocontinental.
yeah.
Kurt Angle, man, that was the best.
And they, and then you can't find those belts. They didn't replicate them the same way.
Oh, they didn't.
I like
can't
how
find
it's.
I looked for a European Championship, and they...
You might have to go through. Yeah, I think I don't think the official WWE did, but I guess they have them.
I
Yeah.
feel like Miz kind of legitimized.
No, Miz with that promo.
He brought that belt back to stature in this era.
Like, because I mean,
You gotta call someone out for not quitting
He
and
held
going
it
to the
for
Indies when he wouldn't be able to
so
wrestle, and then hold the
long,
title up like this is
you know?
mine, like the most prestigious title in WWE.
I really
Not
like
only
that.
he made,
That's
like,
really cool.
He just
Yeah.
made it important again.
Yo, but Ryan, that Miz promo though, that was awesome, and that was like I feel like that's been the first legitimate like real like 90% shoot promo that's been there in a while.
Oh yeah. In this match, I think with him and Shane McMahon in this Falls Count Anywhere match at WrestleMania is going to be. I think it's going to be probably one of the best matches of the night.
Yeah, and we were saying like how much
they're
you want
gonna
to bet
put on a
he's gonna
For sure they are.
well 100% he's gonna jump off onto the table, but do you think he's gonna climb the Titantron again and try to do that?
I don't know. Shane McMahon,
It's going to be probably the match of the night.
they're going to
Without a
put
doubt.
on.
Yeah, I just thought because I think Kofi and
Ooh,
Brian
that
is
match
because
is gonna be
everyone's
so
so
good,
far
too.
so behind
That's the big
Kofi,
hype.
Yep.
which is poetic justice because everybody
Kofi's not winning.
you never
Yeah,
know.
sure.
I
He'll
mean,
He'll win
does,
it. He'll
though.
win it on.
no, they
SmackDown
said the same
on
thing about
Tuesday.
Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania
And he
30
won it.
because I mean they had to change the whole
Brian
outcome.
Danielson.
Yeah,
You have to.
but
The
but-
crowd wants it. It's-
Yeah, but I mean, I love Daniel Bryan, but if I was like going back to that promo, if I was the Miz, and even though it's a work and it's a show, if someone talked to me in that tone of voice the way Daniel Bryan talked to him, talking down to him about being a wrestler
Oh yeah.
and how hard he worked to get respect because he was the real world guy, he doesn't want to do this for wrestling.
Yeah.
I would be legitimately pissed too. Like, yeah, he went in there. He was expecting Daniel Bryan to hit him.
Oh, he brought it all.
Well, I would too. Like, I wouldn't like the company wasn't using you at that time as a champion. Like he said, he literally showed up to SmackDown and he had nothing. Like they're like, we have nothing for
to
you,
do.
the IC champ, and he's like, let me go on talking smack, and then he just destroyed Daniel Bryan. Like
Well,
you can
did
say what
you
you want
know,
about Mrs. Work rate. His work rate.
Ethic.
No, just his work rate. Like how super nerd fans like, oh, I rate this match 5 stars because Dave Meltzer said it was good. It's like, oh, it had some rest holes and a hammerlock. It's like no one cares. Like, okay, I was entertained, so I don't care what you think about the
holds and
Yeah, and he cut the good promo,
Oh God, he's
One of the best.
the best
talkers
on the mic.
there.
especially when he gets up, like when it's against Cena or someone like Daniel Bryan, someone that he legitimately probably has like some resentment for the way they they
for
talk
sure.
about him
Fires
being
him up.
Miz,
and they've
you know?
gotten pushed, and he hasn't got the pushes. He's had to earn his more.
Yeah, I
or
mean, you
whatever.
can't say Cena's body of work outside the mic is any better than the
Cena's
Miz's. I mean, come
the
on.
same moves over and
Yeah,
over.
he's a
But also, I
terrible
mean,
wrestler when it comes down to it. He's just
yeah,
big.
A lot of people have said that.
he's
Yeah.
big, but also he had
I've heard
people
that.
coaching him along. Like
Yeah.
he fought like JBL for his first championship. He's faced Undertaker, Eddie Guerrero,
Well, he's ruthless
Triple
aggression.
H, yeah, and
So
Kurt Angle. Kurt
right off
Angle.
the bat.
Jericho worked with him. He's worked with some people that can get him to where he needs to be, but he doesn't say he's a good wrestler.
No,
He's a sports entertainer.
yeah.
He's a
absolutely
fan
is.
of wrestling.
and
He's just not a technical guy.
he's another Vince Golden Boy. Too.
Yeah, but
He's
also, I mean,
put the face on it when The Rock was on his way out, and that
Yeah.
was it.
Yeah.
right?
But he's earned a lot because
Yeah.
he had to like carry some scrubs with him.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like,
He
oh,
is-
now I got to come out here and bring these two dudes with me,
He's got.
Yeah.
He's had to
You know,
showcase everybody.
and then he accepts his wife. You know,
As many people as he's
Yeah.
beaten, he's lost to all of them as well.
Yeah,
Just put
exactly.
him-
Yeah.
he's not afraid to put someone over.
I mean, he
No.
put RVD over in a huge
Oh,
way.
for
man.
sure he did. Yeah.
And even though they say like, "Oh, you bury him," like maybe, like like they always say like Triple H and like, John Cena, they bury everybody. But also, it's like, but okay, where like look at where you are when you're talking about this. Like you're being in a shoot interview because you need money.
Well, Cena can bury fools, and
Well, yeah, but also maybe you did something stupid
Yeah, you
and
stay out of his
disrespected
way.
the business. But
that's the biggest thing is you stay out of his way.
Well,
and
I
it'll
heard
be-
yeah, but sorry.
the
what were you gonna-
the Miz was put out of the locker room by Chris Benoit.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that was just so psycho thing.
And the Undertaker was after Chris Benoit had died and killed himself. That the Undertaker, after months, finally told the Miz, like,
What are you doing out here?
yeah, get back in the locker room.
Yeah, but he was
if you're
unhinged.
ousted by a vet, you can't come back in there until
Really?
they invite you back.
But
in.
everyone says that like when Benoit did like jokes like ribbing people and stuff, he took it to a weird place. Like even Chris Jericho and Chavo Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, he has these weird he had this weird sense of humor that kind of like made him come off as a psycho. But he just had a quirky sense of humor. Then he went crazy
Well, look at this.
after the head trauma. But look at that, the Raw tag team belt.
That is the Raw Tag Team Championship belt.
Are you
now.
kidding me?
And
Ooh, is this the New Day one?
the SmackDown
Oh,
Tag
the
Team.
SmackDown title. All
But-
right, the Usos, man. The Usos heel turn was
We
the best
do
thing.
have
Oh yeah.
the New Day.
Yo, if they
Day.
win the tag team titles again, the thing has to be a pancake. This thing has to be a pancake if they do it. If
That'd
they win
be
again,
glorious, wouldn't it?
that would be awesome. But the Usos turning heel was the best thing for the career,
Yes.
100%.
I really appreciated the Usos.
But
the
they've become the
respect
edgy
they-
heels though. Now they're becoming like the Stone Cold syndrome, where no matter how much you try to get the crowd to hate you, they're gonna love you. Like people try to get Kevin Owens to get booed, but he gets on the mic and everyone loves him.
Oh yeah.
You know.
And
But-
which I
yeah.
don't get. I mean, I do get, but I don't get. He's a great technical wrestler, and
Yeah.
I just don't. They don't have any room for him right now. It's crazy.
Well, he's not even on the title. I mean,
No.
he's not even on the card.
He's doing the talk show thing. He's taking Miz's role.
Oh, okay.
KO TV has been taken over.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Not I wanted a KO Mania shirt.
That'd have been funny.
Oh, yes.
That new,
Feel the power.
that New Day title
Don't be sour.
is numbered to 483 for how many
Yeah.
days.
Nice.
they
There's
held on
only
to it.
483 this
Yo,
one.
but they have a good run.
They
And
did. I mean,
that
I couldn't pass that
Big
one
E eating the steak next to Daniel Bryan. That
Freebird rules.
was awesome.
Yeah, that's the only way to, in this day and age, that's the best way to go if you're going to try to take tag team championships.
I mean,
Yeah,
to
do
have,
a three. Do a
to
team
have
of threes.
all these is, I mean, this is pretty nice.
Yeah.
You know?
And speaking
It's a
of
lot of
people not
fun.
on the card that should be, Bray Wyatt, but his wife's pregnant. Oh, that chick, his JoJo, like
Yeah, I
the
thought
lady he
she's
left
gonna
his
be
wife for,
like-
is going to be. They did just announce it. I'm like, she's pretty big for just announcing it. She's
Well,
like 8 months pregnant.
He got
But,
himself into
yeah.
some trouble, it sounds like.
Well,
with-
yeah, I mean, his wife outed him. Same thing happened to, what's his face, Corey Graves.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, it's Carmella, so, all right, I'd risk it. Not him, not when you could publicly be destroyed, but,
Yeah, I
you
just
know.
noticed how the inside of that was
Snake
snake
skin, yeah.
Yeah.
Rattlesnake, baby.
That's really cool.
A rattlesnake belt.
That is really cool.
But
It's the best belt that they've made.
yes, that is. I love it.
Yes.
I like my guilty pleasure is the U.S. title spinner belt. My guilty pleasure.
What about the Rated R Superstar?
See, I
that
wish
was
they would have
okay.
made that one too. I might have bought that. I just
U.S.
can't get my
title?
head-
Yeah, Wildcat Customs. Yeah.
Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio?
Oh, that's
That
gonna be
is
a good
happening.
match.
That should
If
be
they
a
give
good-
them
So that's
more than 10
going
minutes.
on.
Yeah.
Dude, these are really cool, man. How
Then
do
you-
how do you display these? I noticed that
I
if you can show me one of these cases that they come in.
they come in these zip bags. The
It's
newer
like, it's
ones
like a
do.
guitar bag
Yeah.
for. I mean, how do you display these at home?
I don't
In
currently.
those bags.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you can get those wall mounts
Yeah,
eventually, right?
and I think about it.
These
You
are
can
his-
always leave them here with us.
I'll tell you one
Yeah,
thing.
right.
These are his kids. He bought this one for both his oldest son and this one for his youngest
Yes,
son.
those
Oh,
belong to
okay.
the
Yeah,
boys.
his younger
it's
son,
like-
man. A show
And
versus
that
B
one's
show.
mine.
Yeah, there you go.
Basically,
that
no
one.
matter
I like-
where they go, like
Yeah.
he said, they'll have these belts, the rest of their
Yeah.
life.
Yeah,
They
they're
It's
won't
like,
take
who-
their dad gave
Who's
them.
your favorite dad? Like, well, which one's holding the Raw Tag Team title? I was like,
Oh, yeah.
oh.
Yeah,
That
right.
is
You guys fight
camaraderie.
it out.
He's like, why did you give me the WCW tag titles? Because I'm about to kick you out, son.
Yeah,
Right.
Harlem Heat titles. Let's go.
Yeah,
Right.
Oh, they're getting the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Do they
they
do
get
a
well
do
deserved.
they do a limited edition of these? Are there limited runs?
These ones,
That-
like when they have
that
special,
one
like they'll
is-
have,
that
like
one's
this was the
limited.
New Day's belt. Like they won it and they had it for maybe a week or 2 weeks, and then it went back to the regular titles. But that's kind of they do it so they can market it.
Are they exactly what the original belts are? Are these buttons? I mean,
Oh yeah.
they're
They
all
are.
okay. Cool.
Yeah, they are.
Here, Chad.
replicated
Total
down to
replica.
the- Yep.
Check that. That's heavy as hell.
These are like this is like 20 pounds, 22 pounds.
That's what I mean. I had to put them in the suitcase. I was like, how am I going to carry all
Yeah,
this?
these are cool. You can like I said, you can leave them here.
Yeah, this is our
Guys
WrestleMania. This
guys
is our
at my
super
work
long
would love
WrestleMania
these.
episode, but that's just because we have a lot to talk about.
We got all
WrestleMania
these
is huge.
titles. There's
So-
a lot of cool stuff to look at.
But going all the way back to talking about the work rate of superstars, it's like they say the 5 moves of doom for John Cena, but also Hulk Hogan had like 3 moves.
Different era.
Triple
though. He
H
was
had
allowed-
like the knee. He still has his couple moves.
20
you know?
suplexes by Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Bret Hart. Oh, he's the best, but he had 6 moves.
Kurt Angle. All those guys have their little
If you
moves.
count the double
The
axe, angle, maybe 6.
RKO.
Yeah, I mean, but Randy Orton had like, everyone's like, John Cena does that, but Randy Orton does the fists on the ground.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, for sure.
everyone has their own thing, but he's the top guy, so
Well,
everyone.
it's the money draw. That's what they
Yeah.
get him.
But they even
So-
love to hate him. Like I love to pay money to watch Triple H get beat up when he was a heel
How long
against
have we
Stone
been
Cold
running,
and The
Pete?
Rock. 27 minutes. That's why I said it was a super
That's-
long
that's
episode.
okay. These are
Should we
really,
just
really
talk
cool.
about the Ronda Rousey match? Since
Yeah,
that's
we'll
gonna be
we'll
the
talk
main
about
event?
we'll do that, and then we'll wrap it up with the main event.
All right.
The first women's main event, but with Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, and
You had to
The
look at
man.
his shirt. That's
yep,
cute.
and the man Becky Lynch,
Got it on his shirt.
who is basically the new Stone Cold.
Best Cliff Notes ever.
Yes,
She is taking on that mantra of such. That's for sure.
yeah.
Winner takes all.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not. I don't. I'm a little.
That's weird. Why are they
Yeah.
unifying them when they need to?
Add more.
Yeah, and they need to add
That's
more. They have to
dumb.
have either SmackDown Women's Champions and Raw, or since they have that the idea of them being able to go to any show, even NXT, to defend them, I think they should make like an IC or US Women's title.
They should for sure add another tag team set, and
You match it literally.
something.
Right?
US,
They should both match them because then it gives the
Gives it
women
more
who
credibility.
and also gives them more storylines for women that can work now
Well,
because
they
they're
have an
getting
amazing
people that
talent
can
pool.
wrestle. Yeah.
I mean,
Well, now they do. After
Yeah.
they started actually seriously recruiting women that want to be there to wrestle.
it's like it took this long, this big of a push and this long before you debuted an actual women's tag team division.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's about time though.
come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a long time coming, and it was the best thing ever when they announced it
That's
and
like
showed
what
it.
the fatal 4-way they're gonna be.
Yeah, it'll be a fatal 4-way for the women's tag team.
Yeah, the Boston Hug connection
Yeah.
versus the Samoans.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Who you got any
And who
favorites
else?
for
Oh,
that one?
the Divas of Doom.
the
Or
Iconics.
and the
You got
Iconics.
any
Yeah.
favorites for that?
I think they're gonna retain. I think the
I
Boston
think so
Hug. They
too.
can't for some reason. They can't. They don't want Nia and Tamina to have the title, but they could run through everybody and then
I
have
think they might
someone
drop
come
it to
back.
Beth Phoenix.
But is she gonna stay or is she gonna just leave?
They'll have him for
Or maybe 2 more pay per
then
views and
lose
then
them.
she'll drop it.
Yeah.
Next, somewhere between now and the next pay per view, it'll be over. But
Is it?
Yeah. I think they should. I
because
think
Natalia's going to be retiring.
probably
She has
soon,
to be.
yeah.
Beth
bowing out
Phoenix
soon.
in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I don't like when you get inducted into the Hall of Fame and you come back. I just kind of feel like your
Yeah, but
career's
there's
over.
arbitrary WWE rules. It's not like the NFL, NBA,
I
MLB.
know, but I just don't like that.
I get that.
It seems weird.
I get
but,
that.
Yeah.
You're in the Hall of Fame already. Let some of these other people get a chance. Why
I feel
doesn't
like-
Dana Brooke get that chance?
Because I feel like that
Yeah.
sometimes either they've sustained an injury and it's prolonged, and so they can't put them into a storyline, or they've done something that's pissed somebody off, and this
Yeah.
is a punishment.
Yeah.
They're willing to show them, hey, we'll just throw whoever we want in here since you guys won't pull it together.
Very rare
true.
that they come back in top form.
Yeah. But also,
I see that as a punishment. Vince likes to punish his wrestlers when they don't.
yeah.
I mean, he's a dick like
Well,
that.
especially
He's definitely not
especially
his
now.
father's,
Now there's no one.
No.
To go to.
No, his father was very good to the wrestlers back in the day.
So Ronda Rousey, Charlotte, and the Man. Who do you think's winning that?
The Man.
The Man.
I think Rousey's
Ooh.
going to pull it out.
I think.
But that's if she stays. She's leaving though.
Yeah, we'll see. I think
But
she's
if
gonna
Brock
pull it
wins
out.
though, Ronda's gonna lose. I feel like
They won't let the MMA
they gotta let 2 MMA guys or 2 MMA people win.
walk out of WrestleMania.
Yeah,
and
with
then
titles.
just walk
like-
away with.
Yeah,
the
right.
titles.
I mean, come on. The Montreal Screwjob taught us anything, and taught us that he's not going to let. And it's perfect business sense, as someone put it. You know, would Stu Hart let someone walk out of the territory with his belt?
No.
No. he
So
sure
Brett
would.
should know that. He grew up in the business.
Yep.
Wow.
You
Vince
know.
McMahon's business was taking everybody's belts, though.
Yeah, but
They-
also, I mean, he paid them all out and was like, "Here, like,
For sure,
you know."
but-
And they should have kept like they wanted to stay in their own territories and not spread out and infringe on everybody. But you know, he did, so no one adapted with him.
Well, it always went
Except
with some
Turner.
territories were popular and then some waned, some waxed and waned, and it was just never cohesive.
Well, also, I mean, Crockett got WCW going out of the NWA. So
Well,
it's
and then like down south, like in Florida and like Atlanta and stuff, there was just like all those house shows where it's like those guys were freelancing.
yeah.
yeah,
you know,
people didn't
Well, they would
care,
trade.
still
Like
went.
the champion, the NWA champion was voted on by all the promoters that in the territories, and you had to be like, "Oh, this is someone that can draw anywhere." Like
Yeah.
that's why Ric Flair had it so long. That's why Dusty Rhodes got it. That's why.
And he'd drop it
you
one
know.
night and pick it up the next and next city.
Yeah, that's
and-
why Harley Race. Yeah,
Yeah.
they sent Harley Race with Ric Flair to Japan because they thought they were going to stretch him and take the title. So they were like, "All right, we'll send Harley out with you." Because Antonio Inoki, I don't think, or Baba wanted the title.
I wouldn't go anywhere with Ric Flair. I've heard those stories and I've listened to his podcast before.
Oh yeah, oh
Well,
my God, woo!
30 years ago, I'd have gone everywhere with Ric Flair.
Limousine riding, Jeff Lyon.
What? This guy's
Oh
great.
my God.
So I'm calling it. The Man is going to win, and hopefully Seth Rollins wins because I can't take Lesnar not showing up.
Yeah. I'm done with Brock Lesnar, so I'm going for Rollins, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Okay. Well, I think we got a lot of wrapped up stuff here.
we
I'm
talked
a
about a
little.
lot of wrestling.
I'm really.
Yeah.
You know what? I've never seen Brandon like just get so
He's
fierce.
sweating.
Yeah, I'm all about this.
You,
Right?
We're in.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, just gun.
WrestleMania.
Oh, I love
Right.
that.
This Sunday
This
after the
Sunday.
swap,
And the swap meet.
Yep.
9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Exactly.
Hey man, thank you so much for bringing these out here.
Thank
This
you,
is
Brian.
Yeah,
these
man.
are amazing.
Glad I
I,
get to
super
show
cool
them
to
off.
look
Sometimes-
I had no idea that these were as good. Then I'll leave them because we're gonna take some pictures of these afterwards, man. Leave them all propped up and stuff.
Well, I know I was
Leave
trying
them
to
all
get a
prepped
couple-
up, man.
But no, I had no idea that. Can I just ask what these go for on? You know, or should I not ask? I'll look
This one-
online.
the funniest part is this one was actually $483.
Because it was 483 days.
That's how much they sold it for.
All right, and the tag team belts couldn't go more than 300,
And they're all
250.
around like 300, $399 to $499 is really what you're going to
Yeah.
find them all.
You can
for.
find a
Catch
couple
a
on
sale.
eBay, but-
You can
Wow.
catch a sale.
Yeah, once in a while they do
They'll
20.
do like buy one get one half off
Yeah.
type of
They
deal.
do stuff like that.
Okay.
I did not get
You know,
those for that. But
WrestleMania, they might. They'll be
Next
like, "Oh,
time they
we
do
released
that,
the
let's
women's."
get some belts.
All right.
Yeah, this is a
You know,
really,
yeah,
really
we'll do the
cool
buy one, get one
collection,
half
man.
off.
And
They are
this is
awesome.
something I never thought
why
about
not?
collecting something like that. This is really, really neat.
They
If they come out with the Attitude Era tag titles, we'll go in on
We
that.
can get them, dude.
It's like, "Oh, you didn't
Or-
know?"
But we can
All right.
also just get some toys.
Let us wrap this up, and then we will talk about this and take some photos.
Peace out,
Peace,
Posse.
everybody.
It's really
Thanks
cool,
for having
man.
us, you guys.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is